Whoa.
Well, Rodri Van Click, thank you so much for helping my project. Could you say a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely, yes. Thanks for having me. I'm really happy to join your project. I was aware about it since a few months, and I found you on Space Hipsters, so very happy to be here. My name is Rodri. I'm 45. I'm from Switzerland. I'm a so-called space enthusiast, sort of all-round space enthusiast. Means astronautics, cosmonautics. I'm following also the other space program from India, from China. Then I'm also interested in cosmology, astronomy, science in general. And in my city, I'm trying desperately, since we have the problem of the pandemic, to start the Juris Night. That I hope to be able to do in the next April. And well, I can tell I'm also one of the administrators of Space Hipsters in Facebook, and quite proud to be part of it. And well, that's all.
First of all, I love the posters behind you. The you know, the person standing on the moon, and then the field of stars out there, like unlimited possibilities space offers us.
Yes, well, we have astronautics and astronomy, so that it's still the same sky. And this poster was on the wall during a private interview with Buzz Aldrin in Italy. And this is the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, and it's a picture that an awesome picture that I really love.
I mean, I would kind of frame it a little bit differently. Instead of you know, space exploration astronomy, it would be today and the day after tomorrow.
And yes, there are many things involved in both the subjects.
So also your shirt, Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo.
Yes, absolutely. I'm a strong supporter of Astronomy Outreach of Kosovo, and I'm very pleased to be, I guess, part of it. I don't know, but I have many friends out there, and I spend my holidays in Kosovo every time I can. But I'm missing since a couple of years, and well, yes, I'm very happy to have their T-shirt.
And Space Hipsters, can you talk about, were you there when it got started, or how did you become part of it?
It's pretty long time. Let me think. I think I'm here since 2014. There were 800 members, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, 800 members. This is a lot of people. I guess it would be a mess inside. But I knew a couple of my friends couldn't be wrong to be part of it. So I was very curious. I joined. I really like it. And in 2017, I was asked to become an administrator. I'm the second administrator in Europe. We try to cover the control of the group along all the time zones around the world, and it takes a big time every day, especially the last 2 days were a nightmare, because all the people obviously became crazy because of Shatner flight. And well, we had quite a job, and let's see how it will go today. But it's now that the group is almost 25,000 members, and it didn't lose its spirit his soul, and there is an artwork behind this. And I'm really proud to be part of it. Well, yes, Space Hipsters takes from 2-3 hours every day, and I'm really happy for this because I'm overwhelmed by space stuff on any kind of astronautic stuff, about any kind of program, the past, the present, the future, any kind of news, any kind of debates, any kind of opinion. And it's really a mess, but it's quite a passive way to follow everything, including Artemis, that it's related to your project. And that's how I heard about your project, and that's how I guess I will follow your project, because I expect some people in Space Hipster will join. We will talk about this again, in a few months again. And so I'm following also with the many news popping in Space Hipsters, the progresses of the Artemis, about the rocket, about the capsule, about the new space fits, about the lunar rovers, the lunar settlement gateway, and you name it. And I just yesterday there was a couple of posts about the new service module that European Space Agency just delivered to NASA this night for Artemis 2. So well, it's a pretty big story, the Space Hipster.
Yeah, I know Artemis 2 is when it really starts to get real. We send the first Canadian around the moon, and we have people actually go above low Earth orbit for the first time since, I guess, 1972. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I was going to ask about the William Shatner going to space. What kind of interactions have you seen about this? What's the general feeling? And what are some of the posts that you've had to kind of moderate around this?
Well, first of all, on my personal view, I was very happy because I can call myself a trekker. I met Shatner even, well, there's a story behind, because he pulled the legs of Italian astronauts years back. So, well, anyway, but it got a lot of attention. The speech he improvised just after out of the capsule, and it was really touching. And finally, definitely was it appeared genuinely impressed of something for a time, and that's good to see from him. So it really took the attention, and fortunately it skipped the usual religion war about if it has to be defined an astronaut or not. And fortunately, we went this usually recurs, but not this time, because many people was just focused on his speech. And also we have many trackers among the members, so many people had an opinion, mostly were cheering up about this. Then we got a lot of external interaction. I mean, from non-members interaction that we usually don't allow in the group, because we welcome members first. And those interactions were more, say, on average level. Those who were who put critics on the money that could be spent elsewhere, or the fact it was not a real flight, or the stuff, nothing really interesting. And many others were just cheering up as trackers, or for Shatner, or or the fact that the oldest man was finally on space, and so on. We got really a wide range of reactions.
That is great to see. I mean, how do you think the reaction of sending William Shatner was compared to sending, say, Wally Funk? Because I mean, I had known about William Shatner since I was a boy. You know, Star Trek back in like early 1980s. But Wally Funk, I didn't really know about until about a year ago when I started interviewing people on this project, and I actually interviewed a person that's working with Wally to write and promote a book. And so you know, I didn't know that much, but I was just kind of curious in what kind of differences in reaction you saw between that first flight and the second one.
Well, I see a difference only on a marketing side from Blue Origin, and that's fair, because flying Wally Funk made all the space enthusiasts cheering up, and flying Shatner caught all the trackers all around the world to pay attention to this flight, because honestly, as a European, I'm glad to have not all Americans' opinions. If Blue Origin would have flew 4 normal people, usual people, 4 Mr. and Mrs. Nobodies, nobody would have cared about this. Only a teeny percentage of people would have followed the flight, just interested to, okay, they become safe, the stage was back in one piece, what's next? Flying Shatner and flying Wally Funk got really good attention on the Blue Origin project, the Blue Origin program, because personally, I'm very happy about what they are doing, they are accomplishing, because I'm in the opinion of the most of actors, the space entities, are active on any kind of field or of space aeronautics, and developing new rockets, a new stage, new procedures, whatever, is positive, because otherwise we will just sleep hard and nothing else. If nothing else moves. Also, the commercial side of a flight, suborbital flight, orbital flight, short flight, long flight, it's very interesting. So I'm happy to see anything that moves, and this is beautiful. This is really interesting to follow. So, but I see it's fully legit for to understand that. Some marketing stunts are very good to catch the people attention, because it's interesting, it is needed. The space field, the new space field, the new space era needs the people, the average people interest.
But there has been some critics about this. I think Prince Williams from the UK was talking about, yeah, you know, why are billionaires spending money on joy rides to space instead of solving problems here on Earth? And I'm sure he's echoing the sentiments of lots of people that question sort of the value of this activity. And you know, you and I can see the value, but how do we communicate that in such a way that it actually you know, kind of helps to offset those other feelings?
Well, there's always on everything or any news the people who will hate it and will speak against it. So fortunately, I was not aware about Prince William declaration. And I mean, quite sure I forgot to mention the 12 or maybe millions that Blue Origin has given for charity for STEM education, maybe a month ago or 2 months ago. But well, maybe he would be more interested to follow Blue Origin, knowing what Blue Origin is doing, because also if we put some money in your project, you will find the people who will say this money would be more useful to fight poverty, famine, or whatever. So personally, I don't care that much on people who say something against something, because most of the time they are just not aware about the benefits of what they are criticizing on, or what's behind and what's after, what will follow. What will be the positive outcome, and well, I don't think we just should care. As a space enthusiast, I'm more interested to see the big picture behind and in front, to see what's the actual progress, what it's the potential for the population, also for the criticizing people, and because there will be. So I prefer to look at the future instead to care about critics on everything, because otherwise I should pay attention every day to critics on everything, and that's why there is no reason.
Absolutely. Well, also I noticed that you mentioned in your the sign-up sheet that you're 45 years old. So I think that means you're born in what, 1975?
Yes.
Okay, well, which actually is something, I was also born in 75, and Jim Bridenstine, the previous NASA administrator, was also born in 1975. And the three of us have something in common. We all missed Apollo by 3 years.
Yes. Well, my sister was more lucky because she was born just after the first lunar landing. But yes, I wasn't late. But I think we all three we can together agree that it's still a very nice moment today to exist, because we are in the middle to remember an amazing era like Apollo, but we are going to see a lot of interesting things with Artemis. And I'm thinking not only Artemis 1, Artemis 2, Artemis 3, and what will be after. And that's a pretty good moment to live in. And so I'm happy for the administrator. I'm sorry I missed the train. I'm just a Mr. Nobody for on my side, and but well, I'm happy to know we have the same age.
Do you remember what your first space memory was? I mean, what's the first thing, the youngest thing you can remember?
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, yes, because when I was 10 years old, if you do the math, I was already interested in astronomy. And I have a book, for example, who was showing the first old picture of galaxies, and he was talking about a massive project called Hubble Space Telescope. And but it was also the year of the Challenger disaster, and I remember I was very impressed and was really trying to get as much information as possible. And it was hard because only newspaper or TV or the radio was giving information about this. And you can imagine how much was the interest in here in Europe for this. The news were covering, say, the disaster, but not what were the targets of the mission. And so I realized that there was a space program. I realized there was people flying. I realized there was space shuttles, and I realized space was art. And so I told myself, I hope to find a way to know more about this, but it was difficult through local newspapers here in Switzerland. I would say my second memory, because there was a big gap, because I had a second spark of interest in 2009, so quite recently, when I got the chance to participate to a private interview with Buzz Aldrin in Rome for the Swiss television. A friend of mine invited me to join, and we organized everything, the questions, the TV interview, the location, the setup of the room with this poster. And that was really an experience, because you can shake hands to history, you can talk, you can joke, you can do pictures, and this was eyes-opening, because from that moment we care more to catch astronauts in visits, visiting Europe or big convention. We went to America for a big convention for the Apollo program anniversary in 2012 in Cape Canaveral, and that was huge. And so this definitely contributed me, for example, to become a space hipster, and then to become an administrator of space hipsters. And that really was a big spark for my new interest in space, also not only in astronomy, but in astronautics and all space programs, also in the past and the present future. And I used to say right now space is half of my life, because my interests are mainly focused on everything space.
Did you ever consider following a career in space whenever you were growing up, or I mean, what were your thoughts along those lines?
A career?
Like becoming an astronaut or aerospace engineer or starting a space company or something like that?
No, because I'm lazy. I don't like to study, so I'm not really the fitting person. Maybe as a passenger is someone who want to offer me a flight, but otherwise not. When I was young, my dream was to become a firefighter. As you can imagine, seeing as a first space thing the Challenger disaster doesn't encourage a kid to say, I want to become an astronaut. No, thanks. Because one of the things I learned is that space and everything space related is doing its best to kill you. No, I'm really late trying to start the Juris Night in my city, but I think it's due, because it's not existing actually in my city, and I think it's interesting. I think I could do it with my friends, and I will really enjoy it. So that's the top of my space career.
That sounds really awesome. Well, I mean, just talking about the Challenger real quick, you know, a lot of the space shuttle flights took off and landed and barely raised awareness with anybody, you know, because they became sort of routine. But the Challenger accident was actually very, had more impact than a normal shuttle flight, because that was a teacher in space. And in a lot of classrooms in the US, they were watching that in real time, auditoriums filled with people watching the first teacher go up in space, and classrooms where teachers were showing it, live as it was happening. And, I think it had a profound impact on like an entire generation of kids about space here in the US.
Yes. Well, I can tell about that much about American culture, because it's not my matter. I'm not influenced about this, but I'm pretty sure NASA did a big effort after the Challenger tragedy to renew the interest in space, to renew the interest in the space program, and to renew the interest in the hope to see average people, or say common heroes, to fly to space. And so I guess the Challenger tragedy touched the people in many different ways. I guess there was also different coverages, different opinions. So I guess there were really a lot of different ways to see what happened, and give the personal interpretation about spaceflight. It's like it happens also with Columbia. But I can give just the European side about this, and there was not a big impact, because you see, as Europeans, we I don't think we are so much involved about, even if tragedies, if for as we don't have so much space enthusiasts like in the United States. I think United States having such a big and powerful space agency like NASA, it collects many more space enthusiasts that are here in Europe. Even finally, the European Space Agency is getting its name here in Europe with since a while, with amazing missions, like for example Rosetta, that had a huge impact positively about space technology. So well, everything around the Challenger disaster is a bit too much behind the time for me. So I can't tell a lot about this.
Now, if it was routine and affordable, would you take a trip to space?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I hope to don't fall like the Inspiration 4 crew that had really big problems on vomiting their breakfast and for 2 days. But well, yes, I would take any kind of flight with Virgin Galactic or SpaceX or Blue Origin, no matter. It would be still the big deal to fly on a powerful rocket or a powerful ship. And yes, that would be cool. Absolutely. I guess it's a life-changing experience. Maybe less involving that the Shatner overview effect, or maybe more. Who knows? But yes, it would be cool. But I think it's in the field of dreams for me.
But assuming it wasn't in a field of dreams, and and you had many choices, how far would you consider going? You mentioned Inspiration 4, but would you consider like Dear Moon, or maybe landing on the moon, or immigrating to Mars? Like how far would you consider going?
That's quite a difference. I would find very interesting to fly to the moon. Obviously, that's obvious. But going to Mars, that's really another story. It's yeah, it's the same answer Buzz Aldrin has given to the very same question. Going to Mars implies a very long flight, a very long stay because of orbits, and a lot of more chances to be killed by something, and discover a lot of things that can go wrong. This said, I don't fear death, so I would accept a flight to Mars if offered, and even at the actual stage, I see a lot of risk about a flight to Mars. I don't think we are not even far to be ready from this. Also, a flight to the moon, it will be a matter of still a few years. Not sure for 2024. But yes, whatever it comes, I would accept. Don't fear anything. But on first stage, I would say the moon. Also because I'm among the people who thinks the new ISS should be the moon. So going there to try to do something little, to do space, be a part of something, and because on first instance, a flight to Mars would be a matter to survive there. At the opposite, we have more clear ideas about what to do on the moon and how to survive. I think it's maybe not more easy, but maybe we are a little more prepared, I guess.
Some people say, why are we going to the moon? We've already been there. What do you think?
Say again, when?
Oh, some people say, oh, why go back to the moon? We've already been to the moon.
Oh, why? Why not? That's easy. I say that I don't care about the people. We should spend in a better way our money. What's the better way? I don't even try to discuss American politics, really. I will not. But I don't give a cent about such opinions. So I wouldn't find a reason for not to go to the moon, because what's the alternative? Sleeping hard, or dream about another shuttle, build another space station, and keeping to stare to the planet from 100 kilometers of altitude. Why? a new space era like Artemis is going to give a new technological challenges, new results, new improvements, and all this will get excellent potential outcomes for the whole planet. So there is really no reason for not going to the moon.
Now, about 500 years ago, Queen Isabella from Spain funded a expedition headed by an Italian sailor, Christopher Columbus, to find a passage to India by sailing east, which he completely failed at, by the way. So from that standpoint, the mission was a complete failure. And he ran into an obstacle, the Americas, when since that time, we've had lots of Europeans come to the Americas, and pretty much everything in modern day America, in the North and South America started from that point, I would say. When you look forward 500 years at where we are now, how far do you think humanity gets?
Things are going really fast on a humanity scale. More than Columbus, I look after flight. First flights and space flight. And it was just a matter of a century. And this went quickly. And also traveling to Mars would have been a matter of much less time. But as we know, there's politics, money, and constant change of programs. That's all three together give just a mess. And so I think we are really late about what humanity could have done and back in 20 or 30 years. But the most important is that something is moving right now. So I hope we are really going to enter in the next 10 years or the next 2 decades in a really new space era that will open a little our mental horizons, and also our mentality on many things all around the world. And but it's really impossible to say where we will be in 100 years. Maybe we will go, maybe we will have a teeny settlement on Mars, and in 100 years, most of the space enthusiasts will wonder why we are still there, why we are sleeping hard, and why we never visited Venus, or why we didn't try to build a settlement, I don't know, on an asteroid or something crazy, a new idea, a new concept. And the world is changing every day. So it's I don't think it's we can compare that the past. What we did in the past, like as humanity, with what we can do in the next future, there is it's too much different, and there is also too much people involved now because of politics, countries, conflicts, and so on. It's way more complicated.
It is. And, kind of celebrating those early milestones is key to helping us remember how far we came and the filters we have already passed. And you talked a little bit about having a Yuri's night where you are. I was wondering if maybe we could explore that a little bit more. What kind of event do you envision? What do you think it'd be like?
Huh. Um, I I would realize all the projects actually under examination. Um, I I would fly again to Pluto for a new mission. I want to see again men on the moon. I want to see people to Mars. I want to see. I like the new missions with space probes to asteroids. I would like to see some new missions to Venus and to the other planets. I want to see the exploration on the oceans in Saturn moons and so on. Mainly, I would like to see again the man on the moon, because I'm also into space robotic exploration, but crew exploration is, I don't say more interesting, but surely more involving. It catches more the attention. So yes, I would say seeing again the man on the moon. Yes.
Well, that'd be awesome. I hope we see that in the next 3, 4, 5 years. 2024 is looking more and more doubtful, but still I have hope.
Personally, I think you will do many extra interviews because before seeing the launch of Artemis 2 or Artemis 3. It will take a time. Very personally, I think the date of 2024 is just I don't say a joke, but not realistic. And I think recently also NASA said something about this, that could be not very realistic, the date of 2024. I'm not sure about this. I don't remember. But well, if I have a more larger view as a European, because I don't care at all if it's 2024, 25, 26. In Europe, if NASA wants to just go to the moon, I'm just waiting. Meanwhile, European Space Station, European Space Agency has given the second new modules for the Artemis program. So things are moving. So it's no matter for me when it will happen. If it's not 24, it would be 25, 24, 26, 27. Who cares? I will still be there to see and to see the wonder of finally a new moon landing. I think the date it's a matter for the so-called taxpayers. Surely not for me. It's really no matter at all.
I will be excited if it happens. I mean, I'd be disappointed if it takes longer than if we're in the 2030s and we're still talking about it. That would be sad. But I'm really excited by what I'm seeing from SpaceX and Elon Musk and the Starship. I mean, if that gets to flying, we could have done this interview in person. After a 30-minute trip, I could have flown from Houston to Switzerland. And
Well, that's very promising. Absolutely. I'm not a Musk cheerleader because one of the things I I experienced in Facebook with the space enthusiasts are the Musque farm boys that are quite annoying, still a personal opinion. But I find SpaceX vision, the Musk vision and SpaceX vision damn interesting. Absolutely, yes, because we need visionaries, we need new ideas, we need people able to do things. I dislike the war about people who say NASA is doing things slow and SpaceX is magnificent. I'm just taking the part of both, because both they are doing, and we should remember that the moon is still one. We don't have 10 moons to split among the contenders. So where my interest is to see again the man on the moon, I will not care at all if it will be because SpaceX did it, or NASA did it, or the CNSA, the Chinese Space Agency did for first. I'm more big picture about this, but absolutely, every time, every launch, every progress, I'm happy to follow also SpaceX, like Blue Origin or any other space program. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting when you have, the Chinese space program, the Indian space program, multiple groups in the US, and Rocket Labs is really surprising, right? I mean, here is a company founded in New Zealand who's only the second private company to actually be able to put something in orbit.
One of the prize things in Space Hipsters is that such news are popping under my eyes every day. So sometimes I read about space entities or space companies that I never heard about, that they are developing this, they are launching this, they are experimenting this, testing this and that. And I say, wow, who's that people? And maybe I see, I like to see also these people, because there is real people behind this, real people working about this, even if it's not important like SpaceX, whatever. They are doing stuff, they are doing rocketry, they are doing, they have projects, they are targets, they could have anything, but it's still something moving in space flight, and I really like it. And so, well, yes, it's harder to keep track of everything that's moving. Also, also the smaller companies. But thanks to Space Hipsters, I heard a post here, a post there, and we get updated, passively updated about all the actors in the field, and that's good. That's tasty. Yes, that's wonderful. Yes, especially when you see actors from, as you said, New Zealand, and there are some people that have not even a clue where New Zealand is. It's like Kosovo. Just ask your friend where Kosovo is, and we will have fun to see where they will locate in the map. And but also, I think also small companies in China that are building stuff and for entering their space program. or also Indians, small companies, or project, a valuable project that are being done in Saudi Arabia, for example, or other countries. So it's still interesting to see that things are not moving on, not only in Europe, not only in the United States, but in many other countries all around the world.
It's going to be an exciting time going forward.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, that's pretty much all the questions I had, but did you have any questions for me or anything you wanted to talk about?
I could space about I could talk about space, I guess, over 3 hours, I guess. I don't have any question for you, but I would dare to congratulate for the idea, because Countdown to the Moon project, the first time I read about it, I said, hey, what an idea, that's cool. That's really a big, something big this man is embarking on. And I hope you will be able to keep it, to complete it, whatever will be the date. So I really like it. I really like it, and I thank you again for your time. And but yes, I would be happy to discuss about anything, literally, about space, because my interest it's so wide, from the early cosmonautics program to the future. It's a unique love for me. So and there's nothing better than find and meet, even virtually, new people to share the space enthusiasm. There's nothing better.
Well, I really appreciate it, and thank you for moderating Space Hipsters, and thank you for your time today, and your enthusiasm, and the work you do with astronomy outreach at Kosovo. And I can't wait to see the pictures from Yuri's night that you're putting together.
Oh well, hopefully, yes. I really hope to be able to do it. It was really it was even a good concept in back in 2020, because I wanted to celebrate some anniversary based on 5 and 10 years anniversaries, but the pandemic has given to me a lot of anniversaries in 21 and 22. So I have all my subject messed up. I still have to reorganize it. My dream is to do 12 hours events with small presentations from me and my friends, from say 10 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the subject, and trying to catch the interest of average people here, because there's not so much interest apparently here in Switzerland for space stuff, and I'm sad about this. To find other space events, I need to go to Lucerne or to Zurich or to Bern or to Basel, and that's unfair. It's quite a travel for me. And well, yes, I hope to do it, and I think I will also invite people. If you like the space, if you like the Uranus night, if you are happy, just also consider to be interviewed for your project, the Countdown to the Moon, because to share not only maybe an interest, but a new interest. What was the spark? What mission or what what story or whatever. I was the spark of a new interest.
That would be great. I need to find over 1,100 such people, and to your point, and maybe beyond 2024. That though, honestly, I don't know if I could keep the commitment going beyond 2024. I kind of it might take on a different format after that point. But yes, that would be fantastic if you could connect me with any of those people. I'd really appreciate it.
I will, also because I guess you didn't have so much people from Switzerland, and that's related about what told you about the low interest in Switzerland for space. And but well, I will do my best to spread the word. Absolutely.
I really appreciate that. Well, thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you online on Space Hipsters and staying in contact.
Thanks a lot. See you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.